Okay, guys, today I'm going to do a quick demonstration on how to draw a face and using Google Draw. It's quite easy to do, and hopefully you guys have a basic understanding of these tools. So first off, I would like you guys to open up your Google Drive. You can see that I have my Google Drive already open. And what you're going to do in order to access Google Drawing, you're going to go up here to your New button. Once you click on New, you're most likely going to have to come down to More, and then you're going to see your Google Draw down here. So you'll see that you have Google Draw open. It does look similar to our JavaScript canvas for any of you guys who are transitioning over. Again, first thing, let's just title this. Let's call this face drawing. There we go. Now, obviously, ladies and gents, this is our canvas here. So first thing, you can see that you can increase the canvas size or you could decrease the canvas size pretty easily right through there. You could also increase or decrease the canvas size by going to File and Page Setup. And you could change it to whatever you need. Obviously, this is like the standard size here as a sheet of paper. So I'm going to leave it right about there. Now, since we're here talking about our canvas, first thing, let's put a color here to our canvas. The easiest way to do that is if you just right-click on your canvas and you go to background, and you could choose any color you want. So I'm going to give it a plain gray color. You guys can see that it removed those little checkerboard background there. Now, in order to get our face started, again, you can do this in many different ways, but some of the basic tools are right through here. You're going to notice this is our select tool. This is what you're going to typically have when you're moving objects and things such as that. You have your lines, so you have a lot of different lines here, and we're going to go over some of these basic ones. And then we have our shapes. This is where we're going to spend a little bit of time here in just a second. We have obviously text box where you could type in some text, and then if you ever wanted to add some imagery. So let's add a shape here first. So I'm going to come up here to my shapes button. And I'm going to click on my shapes, and I'm going to quickly grab an oval. Now, obviously, an oval, you'll be able to draw a circle or oval, whichever you seem or deem necessary. So you can take your chances on making that like whatever size you like, or I'll show you an easier way if you just rather make a circle, and you go to your shapes, you click on an oval. While you're dragging this out, hold down your Shift key and then drag a circle. You'll see that it keeps it symmetrical. Okay, so there's my circle face. Obviously, once you create a shape and you leave it active, this means that it's active when you see all these little squares around it. You could then fill it in with a color. Let's say if I want to, I want to have a purple face. You could then change the outline color. It's right here with this border color. And let's say maybe I want to make it bright green. And then notice you can't really see that, so I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. Right here. Obviously, if you want it thicker, you could even change it up to like 12 or 16, whatever's needed. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Now, next, let's say if I want to add some eyes, maybe I want to put some eyes on here. I'll give it some color here and make them like blue eyes. Maybe make the outline like a I don't know, pink outline. Again, I'll change its thickness. Now, obviously, I'll click on this. I'll make one, and then I'll copy it using Control-C to copy, and then Control-V as in victory to paste. Then I'm going to move it around using my arrow keys there on my keyboard. Notice if I just use the regular arrow keys, they move, fairly large spaces. If I hold down my Shift key and move it with my arrows, it moves a little bit smaller spaces. That's called nudging, by holding down my Shift key and using my arrows. So there are my eyes. Maybe I want to make a smile, and obviously you could use some of these shapes in here, whatever you chose. You could use like a moon, or how about some lines? Notice we have a lot of different lines here. Maybe I'll use a line. Notice I'll click once. I'll keep my finger off the mouse controller. I'll click again where I want it to bend, and Click again. Every time you click, you're able to kind of like have it stick. I like to call it. There we go. Get rid of that piece. There you go. Now notice if I click off of it, I can't do anything really to my face. So I'm going to go back up here to my select tool. Click on that mouth. I could change its color. I want to make a big red mouth. Now give it some crazy look to it. There you go. So you can see some little basic things here, drawing a face. All right, I want to show you one more tool here. While I have this, I'm going to go up here to my select tool. And this time I'm going to use something called a polyline. Nice thing about a polyline, I could draw any shape imaginable. Notice I could draw straight lines, or if I hold down my mouse controller, I could click and make crazy looking lines. You could pretty much make any shape you like. Polyline. Again, I like using a polyline a lot. If you ever chose to do some other shapes, polylines are fantastic. So see if you can mess around with some of these basic shapes here. Again, here are my shapes. I have lots of different shapes in here. I have arrows that can be used, call outs, like so if I want to put some speech bubbles in, these are great. Mathematical equations, lots of different lines and arrows. One other one you might like is a scribble. I didn't really show that, but I could write in cursive. It's like handing somebody a box of crowns. Scribble there a little bit. And again, a lot of these tools are definitely used just by practicing a little bit. So see what you can do, and hopefully this helps out a little bit.